Hello, you awesome people. You know what month this is? This is April, and we have the Campnanowrimo going on, among with other things. So yes, we have all the excuses in the world. We needed to stay at home and write our novel. Well, I've been doing NaNoWriMo since 2005, I believe. I have attempted nanos, I don't know, 13, 14 times, and I have been a seven-time winner, I think. Not sure, I've lost track with the new Nano site, but nevertheless, I think I can consider myself an arrival veteran, having both wins and not wins. And today we'll talk about how you can level up your NaNoWrimo game, how you can go into Campnanowrimo or NaNoWrimo proper and get the best out of it. And I've got five tips for you. The first one, which was very important for me, it was a very important mind hack I came up with at some point. It was that there is no win or loss in NaNoWrimo. Well, yes, you can win in NaNoWrimo. The problem is that if somebody wins, then somebody else loses. And it's very important when you realize that no, you cannot lose at NaNoWrimo. It's impossible. There is no loss. There is nothing to lose. You can win, yes, but even putting down one word on paper or scrivener file or Word document or whatever, it's very important. It's a win on its own. So I prefer to think that I can succeed in the challenge of NaNoWrimo or not make it. Which is okay. It's a challenge. Sometimes you cannot tackle a challenge yet. However, this little trick, this no win or no loss tricks hell of a change to mental health. Because, yes, okay, I can fail. I'm competing with myself. I'm trying to tackle a challenge and I fail. I didn't make it. And I pretty much hate failing. So it's up to me if I make it or not. I can challenge myself to get it done because I don't want to fail. But if it is win or lose, then okay. Sometimes you lose, I've learned that. However, if you are very competitive and the idea of losing is a motivator for you, then go ahead, ignore me. Maybe winning will make you write those 50,000 words and make it, or whatever was your goal for this Campnanowrimo, because camps have much more flexible goals. My second trick to level up your NaNoWrimo game is to avoid filler words and filler scenes. And that's pretty much self-explanatory because, when you start doing NaNoWrimos, you're tempted to put in as many words possible, cheat, and it works. You can make it. You can spend little effort and you can get to 50,000 words. Well, little is relative, but as you grow up as a writer and you think, oh, Campnanowrimo is a perfect opportunity to add 50,000 words to my first draft, it's a great opportunity to fast draft, then just adding words there, it makes no sense to do a very fast and sloppy draft because the time you save by doing this in a rhymo, you lose it when you have to trim it down because you only need 35,000 words. So as you become more proficient and get better sprinting times, get more output during a sprint or whatever, it's a great idea to make an effort not to add extra words that are redundant. Just, because you have to hit a word goal. That's counterintuitive. And it's no use winning time on NaNoWrimo when you will have to lose it in order to edit. My third advice is one I personally find very hard to follow. This is skipping parts. Don't being afraid to skip parts in your nano, because there may be some parts that you may be unclear about them. Maybe you're not sure how to write them, or maybe it will take too much time to write them properly. For instance, imagine you have a big banquet when a ton of characters that we've met previously in your novel meet and talk together and they're in the same place, and you have to go through a ton of notes to remember which hair color everybody has, what they wear, what's their life, etc. So if you're an NaNoWriMo, you can just write a synopsis of the scene, make some notes, and edit in those parts on the editing phase, or you return after the NaNoWriMo is done, or when you have got a healthy word count and write the scene. Maybe if there is a scene you have trouble about writing, you'll get an epiphany later on. Maybe something you wrote later on will tie into something you're not sure about, and you can return back and fill it in. And that's something I don't know. I have to write every part in series. So yes, that's something I have to work on to level up my own game, because constantly improve. Advice number 4 is very similar to advice number 2. Don't pad out the plot. There is a good chance that in your planning phase you overestimated your word count, and as you write the book, you get to finish it before you hit 50,000 words. And maybe you think, maybe I should go back and add some extra words, or I can tack some extra scenes after the novel ended so I can get to the word count goal. And here it's very important. I'll tell you a secret. You've already won an NaNoWrimo. You wrote a fucking book. Maybe it's a 40,000 word book. Whatever, that's a novel. Maybe you have a 35,000 words novella. If the story has a beginning, a middle, and an end, bravo, you've made it. You've actually wrote a full novel within a month. You're a winner. There is no need to keep adding words in, unless of course you've got an estimated size you have to do. Your publisher may have set you a certain word count. Maybe you want to self-publish and you want, the size of a novella is not optimal for your genre. Maybe the price you will self-publish a novella is not something fitting your budget. I mean, some months ago, October, I was reviewing a movie called American Mary, and I was commenting on this review that it felt like this ending, the ending of the movie, came at the half point. And sometime later, I stumbled upon an interview of the directors, and they said that they sold the pitch without a script. So they went back and wrote the script in 2 weeks. And yeah, this kind of shows. This explained why this something is off about the pace, and it will feel off in your book if you reach an ending and then you continue and tack on extra stuff. If you really want to hit 50,000 words, and add them to your word count and be a proper winner of NaNoWrimo, then you can do a short story companion for a certain magnet, or try to go and write a subplot of a secondary character you may be able to blend into the book during the editing phase. And I suggest you don't go and try to add the subplot, and I would suggest not go back into the draft and try to fit in the extra subplot. I suggest you write this separately at the end and try to fit it in at the editing phase, at the rewrites, because let's be fair, if you have to do this much of a plot surgery, you need an edit after writing the novel. It's NaNoWrimo 101, you never edit while you write. And that's something I sometimes don't do, but I'm not perfect. I'll say that I have failed in NaNoWrimos as many times as I have succeeded in NaNoWrimos. So yes, I still have things to learn. In a similar vein, don't cut the plot so you will finish it at 50,000 words. Because if you hit 50,000 words and you still haven't finished your book, it's still a win. That's also NaNoWrimo 101. Finally, this will be the most controversial advice. It's advice number 5. Don't be afraid to give up, because let's be honest, sometimes the book is not coming out as expected. Sometimes your book may hit a wall. Maybe your plot will go into a catch-22 where there's no way out. Maybe your physical or mental health is not great. You cannot be at your peak at every April or November or July. Maybe if this happens, you should skip NaNoWriMo. Maybe you should ditch your book and start something else and try to add them both up and get to 50,000. There is no need to torture yourself just for a challenge, because you burn out yourself. There is the post NaNoWriMo burnout. Almost everybody faces, and it's a sort of a hangover when you wrote too many words and put too many extra hours into writing. And it's not great. You'll just hamper your productivity in the next month. Maybe if it's not coming out right, you cannot fix it, or fixing it will take too much time, and maybe this project should go into the back burner and think about it. And I know it's a bummer. I mean, last November, not 2018, I broke my arm on November 1st, and I was unable to write. A huge, huge bummer. But I told myself, what, Michael? There is Rimo in April, Campnanowrimo, there's a Campnanowrimo in July, and there's always a Rimo next November. Just don't mind it, go do something else. I did. And write your novel then, and I did it. Actually, I took my time, rest, and last November, and I think I also not sure about July. Coming down for July, there's a good case. I actually nailed it too. So yes, there's always an next NaNoWriMo. There's no need to burn yourself out or have a first draft that's a waste of time and needs way too much editing to fix this. You're not able to finish NaNoWriMo. That's it. Really, that's the ultimate level up. When to stop. Nothing to prove. You can do it. There's no need to torture yourself. This were this nano veterans advice for NaNoWriMo. If you like this video, if you did, press the like button, subscribe for more stuff like that. There will be a NaNoWriMo update at some point, but because I'm filming these videos earlier, I'm not sure where I am at the moment. I'm not sure when this will come up, but expect for some weekly reports. As always, share if you find this advice useful. Comment if you agree or disagree to get the most out of your NaNoWriMo. See you soon in another video. Thanks for watching.